I'd like to welcome you back to the Linguistic Landscape and Autoethnography of Place course. In our last lecture, as I said, we moved away from just talking about the linguistic landscape and into talking about place. And we spoke about the connection between linguistic landscape research, which I described as relatively objective, and an autoethnography, which is relatively subjective, and the connection between the two. But the question that arises, of course, is, okay, well, that's wonderful in theory. How, in actual fact, do we do research? After all, doing research is a series of actions that we take in order to find out and answer a research question. The aim of this short video is just to give you a sort of roadmap that we will then be developing through a series of workshops on how actually to do this. So it's a way of doing a piece of research, a very particular piece of research. And this piece of research is about being in XXX, whatever place you choose, and how to conduct an autoethnography of place. So what's the aim of this study? So the aim of this study is to investigate and express your sense of place in a space that you feel is meaningful to you. So it's very important at this early stage that you understand that you are researching something that's meaningful to you. We are not what I would call abstracted outsider observing a place, and that's not what I'm interested in. This is an autoethnography of place, and it aims to explicate the interconnectedness of personal and communal experiences, but at the same time to reveal the personal and the discursive construction of this place. Let's delve a little bit deeper into this. So on one level, the autoethnography of place focuses on personal experiences, and the physical, cultural, and emotional significance of a specific location to you. But we know that places shape identity, and that memories and social interactions all reflect how individuals contribute meaning to the narrative of that place. So the aim is to reveal insights into the cultural practices, historical context, and environmental influences at your chosen site, at the same time as looking how you interact with those influences. So you get a sense of there is the personal, and then there is the objective. There is what's internal, there's what's external. There's the way in which the external plays on the internal and the way the internal plays on the external. The basic core question is, what characterizes my experience of being in named place? But don't be misled by that, because characterization is not just what you see. It's what's hidden in what you see. It's in what you observe and what you don't observe. That's why we need to combine between these two methodologies of a linguistic landscape and an autoethnography. Like all my research courses, and the question I asked at the beginning, how do we do this type of study? I'm going to lay out a series of stages involving autoethnographic and linguistic landscape research methodologies, and I'm going to walk you through the process. So the workshops, which will appear immediately after this video, which will be the start of the research process, basically walk you down a path that should allow you to do an autoethnography of place. So these are the stages. Each one of these is a workshop that will have its own video and its own set of tasks. And if you complete all of these, you will have an autoethnography of place. I try to break down research methodology in a way that makes it quite explicit and easy. So let's just go through these stages, and then you should have a sort of map to help you navigate the coming workshops. Before I present this, let me just say that the art of doing research is one step at a time. Don't only think about the final product, because that might stop you from actually doing research. Don't think about what you want to say at the end, because you don't know. That's why you're doing the research. Just go through the stages, trust the process, and you will have a research project. So first off, you're going to choose a personally meaningful area, because if it's not meaningful to you, it's not going to be worth doing research on. Then we're going to start with more of a personal positioning and do a site visit, and we'll learn how to do some reflective journaling. Then we're going to do some contextual mapping, looking at some of the discursive, historical, narrative, community level understandings of the place you've chosen. We'll then move to collecting basic linguistic landscape data, comprehensive photographic documentation. We'll then enter into a linguistic landscape analysis using a very particular system which I will present to you. We're then going to enter into an autoethnographic interaction. It's not a full autoethnography. As I said, if you're interested there, I do have a course which presents a full autoethnography, but it does use aspects of the autoethnography. And then you'll write a first draft of your paper, and then through revision you'll write a second draft of your paper, and you will have a full autoethnography of place. So I hope this video has just orientated you towards the coming workshops, and as I said, each of these will be developed in itself, so that you can, if you just follow the steps, you will have a research project. With that, I look forward to seeing you in our next video, which is the first of these workshops.